Hello everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be creating a new website with Wix.com and we're going to be focusing on fitness with contact and forms. So don't miss another video. Be sure to subscribe and drop a comment below and let us know how you like them and what we can do to change them and add some features that we haven't seen yet. Alright, without waiting any longer, let's go ahead and get started. On the far right in the upper hand corner, you're going to see the Create Site. We're going to create that. Alright, and give it just a moment to load. Alright, now we have it. So what kind of website should this be? As you can see, we have the full range of options. We're going to choose fitness. And we can either let ADI create a website for you, answer a couple of questions, and they'll have that for you in just a couple of minutes. Or we can do the template. As always, we like to do that because we have thousands of design features and some pretty awesome templates. So editing a template, real quick. And it takes about just a second and it's going to load up. Alright, now you're going to see in sports and fitness templates you have three choices. Health, wellness, sport, and fitness. Alright, so let's take a look down and see a good template we can choose from. So online fitness programs, fitness trainers, fitness studios, some pretty cool. So let's view. Now this is the online fitness program. I think it'll be pretty good to make the contact and forms for the specific one as well. As you can see, a pretty cool template, lots of different pages. Alright, coming down and we have, well, quite a lot of different templates. We're going to skip a few. Sportness fan club. Let's go here. Let's try the sports fan club. Alright, we're going to view. So one page so we can create a new one. Alright, let's edit this page. And then drop of a hat, it will load. Okay, we have our page loaded up, so let's go ahead and get started. So since we're doing a contact and form, let's take a look at what we have on this template. We have the biography, fantastic. We have the blog, which not all sites have the blog already on them. So a lot of them you should actually go to add. And when you go to add or media or my blog, you can see here under my media we have blog. And you can actually add through here. Now once you go to the blog, you would actually add this. It will have a little button you would click to actually add this to your site. But however, since this page already has this done, we don't have to go through that step. So this is actually how to add the blog. It's right here in the Add Features button on the left, and down below Content Manager, you're going to find the blog. Alright, and the gallery, as you see, it's just another button that will take you directly to the gallery, and contact. The contact is going to be the same. We'll show you that in the future film, or in a future video that we're going to be having, and that's going to go in a little bit more detail how to add the contact, and actually when we do the contact and forms, it's the same thing here. But we can just show you, since it's a little bit when we click, and how to change it here today. Alright, so let's take a look. Now, we have the background. This is Trevor Carter, the official fan site. Since this is a fan site, let's add another page, just to kind of show you for contact, just to kind of get you familiarized with it. Alright, so we're going to go to Menu and Pages. We're going to create a new page, so Add Page. Here, we're going to create blank page. Just to kind of start off from the bottom. Just from the get-go. Alright. It's loaded, and here you go. Alright, now to add a form, and this can be applied to any of them, say it's a contact form, just the same. When we go to Preview, we're going to click exactly Contact, and it takes us here to this form. Now, if your site doesn't have this information, I'm going to show you how to do it here. So, alright, so let's go back to the editor. Maybe you're looking for a job. Maybe he is hiring. Alright, so we'll create one based on hire. Alright, go into Menus and Pages. The new page we're going to click. And we want to rename this one. Let's see, rename. And this page, job opening. Alright, job opening. Now this is a new page and you're going to see it right here in the site menu. So coming over to add, real quick add, we're going to scroll down to contact and forms. So here we have contact, several different options for you, payment. So payment, multi-step, donations. You can also donate here if you would like to do that. Sales lead or a job application. Since we have our page labeled as job opening, that's exactly what we're going to do. So you have a few choices. You have 4 choices here, as you can see. Let's start with apply for a job. We'll double click and it is added to the site. We're hiring. Alright, so that Wix form. Now you can see when you click on the actual text, it says form and title. And when you double click on this, it's going to highlight that and you can write what you want for it to say. So let's change the text in this form. Okay. Alright, we're going to change it to exactly, I'm hiring. I'm hiring. Okay, we have that labeled. So now that we've changed that, we can double click and you can actually move this to, when you click once, you can kind of just scroll that over and make it symmetrical. Alright, and when you click on edit text, besides just double clicking, you have these heading options. So you can actually change the heading and what it looks like just a little bit. Alright, you can see. Alright, we're going to highlight. And we're going to change to, say, this one. Alright, I am hiring. Now, this is done in white. We're going to change that color. Let's say red. So let's kind of go ahead and match it. Now, I'm going to make it just a little bit over. There we go. Alright, I'm hiring. Now we have it. When you double click again, the same deal. Or click once, and it will be from settings, but when you double click, it's the text. Alright, so we can make it bold, we can make it italics, we can give it an outline, and we can even have it with an effect, right? So the same. You can also do the line spacing as well. Pretty simple, pretty fast. Now the font's a little big, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, like how we had. There we go. And I'm going to click and drag and make it symmetrical with our line. There we go. Alright, now I want it to have an effect for when it shows up. So we're going to do the bounce in option, or we can actually have fly in. And there you go. Alright, fantastic. Alright, now that's the text in this form. Now, anytime you see the text fields, as you can see with the name, phone, the email as well, position that you're looking for, and type your message, you can have. And there's the button. This is going to be the submit button, and you can click and change all of these just by double clicking. Alright. Alright, now we have that. Text settings. So you can show the field title or not. Your choice. So when you have the field title, we can say name, or we can make it your name, and we can change it right here. Alright. And you can have this as required or not required. Pretty fast, right? So I'm going to exit out. So you can see how that field, your name, changes, right? Now you can edit field and it brings this. And that's the field title, or you can have it not. So you see as it disappears. Alright. So leaving this alone. Now we can go to settings for this one particular field, and you can see the advanced settings option. Alright, the conditional rules, you can add a rule based on how visitors answer the field. So let's add a new rule. Alrighty, is field or not field? So we can have contacts, conditions, email marketing, right? So we have contacts here, conditions, right? So add a new rule. So if this form is filled, then this field is blah, 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 name, phone, submit button, right? Alright, this field is name. Then this field, we can have email. And this field's email is required, shown, hidden, or optional. Right, so that you're making your conditions here. Now, we don't have to have this. You can make this all empty if you would like. Not a big deal, not a problem. Or if it's not filled, then we can say email is required. Do you understand how that's working? Pretty easy, pretty simple, right? So I'm going to leave that alone. Now let's go to the layout. Now you can have the text alignment in the center or to the side. So either left, center, or right. And then the padding. So you can kind of like change this as well. You see? Alright, so we can actually kind of move it just a little bit more as well. Now I'm going to bring it back down to the far end to make it symmetrical. And I'm going to exit out. Alright, now that's the layout. When we go to design, now this is the enter text field, right? So when we have this, we can change this to however you'd like. Now, you can see I'm taking these, discover more designs, and it's giving you a little bit different color, right? So if you don't like that yellow, that's fine, that's cool, that's completely your choice. If not, you don't have to have it, right? So you can even have it blank. Pretty simple, right? Now, let's talk about custom design. Now, coming into custom design, that's actually going to take care of all of that. So, edit the text. If we don't want to edit the text, there we go. Now, edit text here, and we are going to scroll down. And you can see everything is in place. All right. Now, this little yellow design, we're going to go to design, customize. All right. Fill in color and opacity. Now, that's the border line. We can change that border from yellow. And let's make it like a gray. Okay. That's the border. And you can change this to how all sides or bottoms or none, right? So you can kind of do all that. Now, I'm going to have, let's see, which one looks better? That one's pretty cool. All right, now the text. Now, that text, the placeholder color, we can make red. Right, pretty cool with red too. The input color, we can make it black or red too. So however you're entering this, you can change it. Alright, now the font size, we can make this bigger too. As you see here. And we can make it bold and italics as well. Alright, we'll exit out of that. And we're going to scroll down. Then you see. And when you click, you can add this same way. Now, the settings, when you have that, that's just the settings. Now we can go back to design. We'll go back to custom design. And now let's go back to the corners. Right, so you can actually have this in the same way, however you would like. But I am going to go to the border, and I want to change that just a little bit. Alright, now we actually have the border line. You see? Alright. Design, I'm pulling back, custom design, and we go back to the borders, and we can make this a little bit thicker. Alright, now we have that set, and just the same, so you'll just click design, again, customize design, let's see, fill in color, we're going to go to text, we're going to make the placeholder color red again, we'll double click on the red, it's entered. We'll go down, we'll make the font size bigger, bold and italics, and so kind of match it up, just a taste. Alright, now, we actually have the border. I like the gray. Double click on the gray, and we can put the width as well. Now we have the corners. and the border again. Alright, now we have those, and I liked all of them. We're just changing them up. Do you see? So you would do the same thing for each and every one. So the same for the position. Alright, so this is each one of the inputs of the the form. Now let's speak about the edit the field. We can do the animation too for each one. Double click and the same. So we'll go here to animation. We'll do all of it the same, and voila. So you will do this for each individual text box as you have. Now when you click in the center, you have a text field that's empty, but you can actually edit text. Now the text field you can have, and you can go to settings, and it's just going to pull this up again for the conditional rules, the first name, right, the same. So nothing really changes. Now you can change the layout. Again, it's still all the same information as you were doing up here. Not a big deal. Alright, now when you click on the button, and don't forget, so every time that you are changing, it doesn't matter what the website is, what the template is, anytime you're clicking on text boxes, it's going to be the same outline as far as design. Nothing changes. It's all going to be the same. So it doesn't matter really what you're doing. It can be from changing the text on a video or an audio. It can be changing on a blog. It can be changing on a gallery. For any information, as long as it's text, it's going to have the same options, the same pattern. Everything's going to be exactly the same. So don't worry. Don't be stressed out thinking that each thing is going to be a little bit different. It's the same layout. And that's what makes Wix really user-friendly to use. Okay, now let's get to our button. Now this is a submit button. Now if you're not familiarized with the submit buttons, you can put a submit button or an add button or any kind of button anywhere. Just go to add, and you'll go to buttons, and you're going to see this huge list of buttons. So you can have them, and as long as you put an anchor with that button to send you somewhere, you can. Not a big deal. Very easy. Even pay buttons, iTunes buttons, document buttons, there you go. So you can put this anywhere. But for the sake of it, because when you have the template already created for you, it makes it easy. And you don't have to worry about having to add that anchor, right? So that can be a big headache, adding those anchors. So without that, it's not even a big headache. It's just why go through the trouble when you already have it. So for now, let's go ahead and design this button. Let's go to settings, just to show you. When you go to settings, show success message, go to the site page or lightbox. You can actually link an external URL so it can send you somewhere else, or show the link to file download. For us, that's not it. That's not what we want to do here, because this is like I'm applying for a job. Let's see, submit button on text. You could change it. Let's say send for your job, right? Send for your job. All right, and here we go. So we are going, you can actually set a time or always do this. And let's change. So it's going to send you a message, show a success message. You can say, you'll hear from me soon. Maybe, right? So this is what you will do. So once you submit all of this information, you applied for this job, and this is a pretty basic like application thing. So you can just like send a email marketing campaign, like, okay, look, just send me your CV now, blah blah blah. You can call us or you can call them, however you wish to run your website. That's the way it should be. But so just for the namesake, you can say, hey, you'll hear from me soon, etc. So that's creating actually the basis of that button with settings, right? That's just the settings. Now, going to the layout. So again, the layout, the text alignment is the same. Nothing changes. As you've seen earlier, nothing changes at all. So again, don't stress. Now, going to design. I don't like black. Maybe you don't like the color black for it. That's fine. That's cool. You have a theme button, right? As you can see, once you just kind of hover over them, they showed for you right here. You don't have to do that. You can have like view more, send for your job. And that's just the outline, the background of it. So it already has options for you. All of these is just kind of showing you what it looked like with this same kind of theme. The download, right? The shop. You can even make it circular, some kind of. aren't start. So these are your choices if you want to choose one of these templates. Now, when you go to customize design, it's going to be the same for like the text, the border, the corners, the shadow, and the text, right? So for now, let's go to text. We can change that to red too to kind of match what we've already done. Just double click. And we also have, let's see, the font style. As you can see, we can change the font. And it's going to be the same here. You can do the same. Nothing changes. You can make it italics, right? The theme, you can make a custom theme for it as well. You can do the border, right? So you can make that border pretty thick, opacity, and even the color. And let's say go back with another dark gray. We did this one lighter gray. That's fine. Just showing you how to do it. And there you go. And we just created that send button. Alright, now, that's it. Pretty simple, right? So that form title, the container box, this is in the background. Now that's what the color I wanted to get rid of. You can delete it. The container box, there we go. And I want to undelete, because I keep getting the text. There we go, and cut. There we go. Now we have that gone. The same. We can change the border line. That was yellow, and it was just for the bottom. The same deal. And that is your Wix form. Fast, easy, and ready to go. Now, when you go to the content manager, when you go to all of this information, it's going to really help to you. So you can go to add, and you're going to see like contacts and forms of content manager. You're going to be able to get all of this information through here. Members as well, and we're going to go over that in future videos, how to make members for something a little bit different, maybe a different website. It could be another fitness. We'll see when we get there. So that's all for today. Be sure to subscribe and let us know what you think.